So this is a picture of some rigs, tractor trailer trucks, lined up in Brooklyn, allegedly. And I would love for someone that lives in Sunset Park to drive by and see if this is actually, real news or fake news. So, according to this picture, and this is the caption under the picture: refrigerator trucks used to transport bodies are seen on a pier located on Sunset Park, Brooklyn, during the coronavirus pandemic on Monday, May 11th. This is the person that reported this. He works for the New York Daily News. So I don't know if somebody can go and check to see if this is actually the situation. These are things that, need to be verified, I would say. And something like this, unless they have high security over here, you could probably drive by there and zoom your camera in to take photos to see if you see something similar looks like this from a distance, wherever, however close you're able to get close to this section. If this actually is true, take some pictures, family, and post them up from the city of New York to let the world know that this is actually real. And yeah, do your own videography and photography. I would highly recommend that. Greetings. Today is May 12th, 2020. The time now is 8:41 in the a.m. on Tuesday. And I have a breaking news article written by the New York Daily News. So I want to read this article, and I also want to go on record stating that anything that those of us YouTubers are putting up, information that we are coming in contact with, it is our advice that all who read it go and do their research and make sure that the information is lining up to what the media is allowed to put out to the public. So I think many of us that are doing this would love to have access to real, I don't even know what the best word to use anymore uh, as far as primary sources. The best one would be to be there and to see it with your own two eyes. But in a case like this, that wouldn't be wise. It might be to a person's detriment with us dealing with COVID-19. But we do the best we can to bring creditable information. And if we fall short, please take that into consideration that, we are limited as always in the Black community, particularly, to facts, to data, to research. Much of it they have held hostage and, try to charge us exuberant amounts of money to get information. So Black people don't have that. Most of us don't. We barely can afford to feed our family. So I say all of that to say this, that the information that we're putting up, if it's not 100% accurate, it's the best that we have. Now, it's left up to the public or those who watch the video to go and make it official if they need to. If they don't believe what they're hearing or reading, then go and do your own research to make it official. Also, I do want to go on record saying this, and I understand about journalism and how we need to dig deeper into information to find out, things that are creditable and primary sources. So here's what I need to say to that. those of us that are using this platform to put information out, like myself, we're dealing with some very vicious attacks against our health that have us debilitated. Some, not all. And we are trying to get out our voice, our story, and as well as help the Black community all in one, along with trying to manage our family life and responsibilities. So when you have people that, their health has been attacked, okay, which the people who attack their health should be in jail. So when you have that situation going on, it limits what a person can reproduce and put out there. We have limitations to what we can do. So I just want to put that in the mix, and for all to take that into consideration, that we are just really lucky to be alive. Those of us who know what I'm talking about, and there are many of us out here that are like this. So just keep that in mind and take it for what it's worth. And again, if it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't fit, you gotta quit. If it doesn't apply, then let it fly. So here we go. Here's the breaking news from the Daily News. It says New York City coronavirus death toll surpasses 20,000, Health Department. This was written May 11, 2020, last night at 10:13 p.m. Okay, so here we go. New York City's death toll from coronavirus reached shocking new heights at the start of the week, rising to more than 20,000 fatalities, according to the Health Department. During the 24-hour ending Sunday at 6 p.m., 125 New Yorkers lost their lives, bringing the death toll to 20,056. There were 183,662 confirmed COVID-19 cases in the city, an increase of 4,896 from the day before. The new numbers continue to illustrate that the Big Apple remains the hardest hit city in the country. New York City's death toll represented about a quarter of the known fatalities in the U.S., which had more than 80,000 deaths and about 1.3 million confirmed cases as of Monday night, according to the data tracked down by Johns Hopkins University. Let me stop right there. So those of you who don't really have much faith in what we're reporting, that's a creditable source. I mean, Johns Hopkins University, go look in there and see what they're saying. That's a very creditable source. So here goes. Let me keep going. In spite of the horrifying new millstones, Monday's numbers represented a steady decrease from last month, when there were 533 new confirmed deaths on April 7th and 6,155 new cases on April 6th. Mayor de Blasio has pointed to three health metrics: new hospital admissions, the number of people receiving intensive care, and the percentage of tests that come back positive, as key gauges for when societal restrictions can be eased. He says before that can happen, the city will need to see 10 straight days of decreases in all three categories, or an overall downward trend over the course of 2 weeks. All three measures did go down from Friday to Saturday, the latest day for which data were available, though there were mixed results for the preceding 24 hours. This is exactly the kind of day we want to see. Now let's say we can stretch a number of these days together, and that'll be the signal that it's time to start talking about relaxing some of these restrictions, his owner said at a Monday morning press conference. So that's it. So anyway, family, that is the latest in the city of New York on the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'd love to hear your comments about these stories. They will be placed on my new channel, Goddess Terrain, hashtag COVID-19 documentary. So with that being said, it's your girl, Goddess Terrain, aka G9. Have a great day, family. Black Power.